Good morning, everyone. Welcome to English Medium Prep by Exampur, and I'm Kumar Ravi. I'm here to discuss the questions for the CPO, and you all are welcome here. And please join this session as soon as possible live, and share share the video link among all your friends so that they can share they can take the benefit of this session. And I'm sure that you have gained a lot of things from this session, as well as some other colleagues are also teaching here, and they are also teaching their subject very wisely. And so grasp the knowledge from here. Exampur is one of the leading and one of the very famous platform in India, as well as there are various types of faculty members who teach in their own style, and their style is unique. Their style is unique than those others in India, and these are very knowledgeable and very famous teachers. Okay, so guys, again I say that do like this session and share this session among all your friends. Okay, so let us continue. I will explain. I will tell you one thing, guys. Apart from these YouTube sessions, we also teach on our platform also. Okay, so we have an official Android application. Okay, we launch some paid batches for those students who are very serious and curious about the knowledge. Okay, in those paid batches, we teach step by step from very basic to the advanced level. Okay, and those students who get admitted in those batches, they prepare very well just because of the content quality, as well as the sequence of the content, as well as the doubt clearance, as well as the study material, mock test series. Okay, so there are so many things you get in that paid batch. To join that paid batch, you will have to download our official application, and for official application I will let you know after some time. Okay, so first let us start the session. Okay, so let's start the session. This is the official application. Okay, suppose that we have done this question actually earlier, so we will move to other. Okay, yes, yeah, guys, so tell me that which one is the correct answer. Tell me which one is the correct answer. In an object falling freely from zero. This is the question. Read this question very carefully. A option have the same speed, same force, would have the same acceleration. None of these. I would explain not only this question but also the theory connected to this question, so that if you see any question in your exam related to this topic, then obviously you will be able to solve that. Okay, so when we talk about the free fall, so what is, first of all, we should know about that, what is the free fall, the concept of free fall. Okay, concept of free fall. Actually, when we talk about the free fall, it means a body is released from the zero. Okay, zero, it means the initial velocity is equal to zero. Okay, released or dropped, we will write it as released or dropped. Released or dropped. Released or dropped. Okay, so when this body is released from some height, this body reaches at this point after 1 second, and the velocity of this body becomes equal to 9.8 meters per second. Okay, then again after 1 second, this body reaches to this point, and the velocity becomes like this. Okay, and the velocity becomes 19.6. 19.6 meters per second. 19.6 meters per second. Okay, so guys, here you can see, that this is 1 second. Actually, time difference is 1 second, and the time difference again, this is 1 second. Okay, so it means you can see that the velocity of this body is continuously increasing. Velocity of this body is continuously increasing, and the velocity is increasing by 9.8 meters per second per second. Okay, so this is actually acceleration of the body which is falling. So when we talk that free fall, it means the body falls freely without any other external force. There is only one force is acting. There is only one force which is acting actually, and that is the gravitational force. Gravitational force, it means gravitational pull. Gravitational pull just pulls. Okay, so gravitational pull just pulls that body. Gravitational pull, gravitational force actually just pulls that body. Okay, and just produces an acceleration. Produces an acceleration which is equal to g. Okay, so which is equal to g. So this is the gravitational acceleration, and this remains constant. This remains constant. Hence, we can say that the correct answer is would have the same acceleration. Okay, so would have the same acceleration. You would have been seen some real life examples like those who people do enjoy paragliding. No paragliding. Actually, this is known as this is skydiving. Yes, skydiving. Those guys actually, they just reach at very high altitude by the help of helicopter. Okay, and from that helicopter they just jump. Okay, they jump and just falls freely for few seconds. Those who are very brave actually, okay, they don't open their parachute till the last minute when they are about to reach the ground. Okay, they just open their balloon, or parachute, just before reaching the ground, within 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, so after that they falls freely very slowly. Actually, they fall very slowly after once they open their open their parachute. But when they were not wearing any parachute, then obviously they were falling freely. And at that time their acceleration was equal to 9.8 meters per second square. Now we will move to another question, and the another question is, if the horse starts walking suddenly, then the equestrian, the reason for the possibility of falling is law of conservation of mass, rest inertia, third law of motion, moment of inertia. So which one will be the correct answer? Actually, when the horse starts walking suddenly, then the equestrian walking, then horse, then the equestrian. Actually, this is incomplete question. Okay, so this is actually incomplete question. There should be something written. The reason for the fall. Okay, this is the reason. The reason for the possibility of falling is the rest inertia. Okay, actually, this line has been written after that. Okay, so rest inertia will be the correct answer. Rest inertia means inertia of rest. Okay, so rest inertia means inertia of rest will be the correct answer. Okay, so inertia of rest will be the correct answer. When a moving bus suddenly applies brakes, the passengers sitting in it fall in the forward direction. Who can explain this? When a moving bus suddenly applies brakes, the passengers sitting in it fall in the forward direction. Who can explain this? When a moving bus suddenly applies brakes, the passengers sitting in it fall in the forward direction. Okay, tell me the theory of relativity, Newton's first law, Newton's second law, or Newton's third law. Actually, we talk about the law of inertia. So here the law of inertia will also be the true option, correct option. Because if a body is moving, suppose that if a bus is moving and a passenger is sitting inside the bus, and suppose that the driver suddenly applies the brakes, then obviously the man who is sitting inside the bus will always try to remain in the same state. It means his body was moving in the forward direction. Then obviously after applying the brakes on the bus, okay, that body is not the part of the bus, that body is not connected to the bus, okay, but that has been only placed, okay. So the passenger's body will always try to remain in the same state. It means same direction, same velocity, okay. So that's why his body just goes in the forward direction, just because of the law of inertia, okay. So this kind of inertia is known as inertia of motion. This kind of inertia is known as inertia of motion. But we all know that Newton's first law is based upon Newton's first law is based upon law of inertia. Newton's first law is based upon law of inertia, okay. Law of inertia was given by Galileo. Law of inertia was given by Galileo. Law of inertia was given by Galileo, okay. So it means Newton's second option, sorry, this is the second option. Newton's first law will be the correct answer. So here B for Bombay will be the correct answer. So here B for Bombay will be the correct answer, okay. B for Bombay will be the correct answer, okay. Now we will move to another question. The another question is the change in which work done by an external force on a system is equal to the change in which work done by an external force. The change in which work done by an external force on a system is equal to the total kinetic energy, kinetic energy, potential energy, none of these. The change in which work done by an external force on a system is equal to okay. So okay, so this will be suppose that this is V1 and this is V2, okay. This is V2 and the mass of the body is equal to m. Mass of the body is equal to m, okay. And suppose that support that the kinetic energy K1 this will be equal to 1 by 2 mv square, m into V1 square, okay. K2 will be equal to half m V2 square, okay. So m V1 square and m V2 square. So these are the values of kinetic energy, okay. So this is the value, this is the kinetic energy when it was moving with velocity V1, but someone has done some work, by applying some force, okay. For few seconds it just keep on moving, in this direction, okay. Keep on moving in this direction and keep on moving in this direction like this, okay. Keep on moving in this direction. So Yes, just keep on moving in this direction, and suppose that the work done by this man is equal to, suppose that this is the force, this is the force, and suppose that the displacement is, suppose that this is the displacement and this is d. So work done by this man will be equal to F into d. Okay, so F into d, this, if this F will be equal to this work done by this man will be equal to the increase in kinetic energy. So okay, so increase in kinetic energy. Suppose that initially the body had 100 joules of kinetic energy, but right now the kinetic energy of the body is equal to 200 joules. So the total change in the kinetic energy will be equal to 200 minus 100, and that will be equal to 100 joules. Okay, so this 100 joules, from where it has come actually? From where it has come? Actually, it has been delivered by the man in form of work, and we also know that work can also be converted into energy, and that's why this is a very good example of conversion of work to the energy. Okay, so here this will be equal to half m v2 square minus v1 square, v2 square minus v1 square. Okay, so this will be the correct answer. So this will be the correct answer. F into d, that will be equal to W equal to delta Ke, that will be equal to half m v2 square minus v1 square. Okay, so this is work done, and that is the change in kinetic energy. So here B option will be the correct answer. So here option B will be the correct answer. Okay, SI unit of work is, the SI unit of work is actually, this is arg. When we talk about the SI unit of work, when we talk about the SI unit of work, we all know that work is equal to force into displacement, force into displacement, force into displacement, and that will be equal to Newton into meter, and this will be equal to joule. Okay, that can also be converted into as like this: work is equal to F into D, and this is dyne, this is dyne. Okay, and this is equal to centimeter. Okay, so this will be equal to dyne into centimeter, and this will be equal to arg, this will be equal to arg, ERG. Okay, so this will be equal to arg, and this will be, it means arg. So guys, if we talk about how to convert this joule, into arg, then we will have to put the values of Newton in terms of dyne. Actually 1 Newton equals to 10 to the power 5 dyne. Okay, so multiplied by, this is 10 to the power 2 centimeter. Okay, so this is equal to 7, this is equal to 10 to the power 7 dyne into centimeter, and this is equal to 10 to the power 7 arg, 10 to the power 7 arg. Okay, so this is the correct answer. Work is equal to 10 to the power 7 arg, work equals to 10 to the power 7 arg. Okay, so this will be the correct answer. So now here we can see that this is the so this is the SI unit. If we asked about the CGS unit, okay, the CGS unit is arg. Always remember 1 joule will be equals to 10 to the power 7 arg. And guys, the unit of energy, will be, what is the unit of energy? Actually, if we ask about the unit of energy, then what will be the correct answer? If we ask about the unit of energy, the unit of energy the unit of energy the unit of energy will be equal to unit of energy. This is equal to actually joule, calorie, kilowatt hour. Kilowatt hour. Kilowatt hour. Kilowatt hour. Hmm. So this is the correct answer. Now, move work is done by an object. Actually, now let me tell you that one thing when we talk about the work. Actually, suppose that this is oh, suppose that this is the distance. Sorry, this is the table. This is the table of a table. Okay, and suppose that this is a block, and suppose that this is a block. Okay, so and suppose that this is the block and this is the force. Okay, and this is the force, and this is the force. Okay, so this is the force, and the force which has been applied like this. Okay, so this is the force and which has been applied like this. Okay, and the angle is theta. Suppose that this is the angle theta, and now and suppose that and suppose that after some time this block reaches at this point, and suppose that after some time this block reaches from this point to this point. Okay, so this point to this point, and suppose that this is the displacement. Suppose that this is the displacement. Okay, suppose that this is the displacement, and this displacement is equal to small d. Okay, so this force actually, if we talk about this force, then this force will have the two components. This force will have the two components. Okay, so this force will have two components like this. This force will have two components like this. One will be a horizontal component, okay, and another will be a vertical component, okay. So vertical component will be like this. So this will be a vertical component. Okay, so this will be a vertical component. Now please tell me that which component will be responsible for this block to move in horizontal direction. Which component of force will be responsible for this block to move in horizontal direction. Okay, to move in horizontal direction. So this will be f cos theta. Okay, so this will be f cos theta, and this will be f sin theta. This will be f sin theta. Okay, so now we all know that only this component will be responsible for this block to move in horizontal direction, and this component is what? F cos theta, and this component is what? F cos theta, and the displacement is d. So work done will be equal to horizontal force. Okay, f cos theta multiplied by d, and this will be equal to, it means w can be written is equal to fd cos theta. Okay, so this will be the value of the work done. This will be the value. Okay, so guys, suppose that if theta is equal to 0 degree, It means force and displacement both are in same direction and are parallel to each other. Okay, if theta is equal to 0 degree, if theta is equal to 0 degree, it means force and displacement, force and displacement, force and displacement are force and displacement are parallel to each other. Parallel to each other. ठीक है. Yes, force and displacement both will be perpendicular to each other. Yes, sorry, parallel to each other. It means W will be equal to, then W will be equal to FD cos 0 degree, and this will be equal to F into D, and this will be the maximum work. Okay, so this is the maximum work, okay. Actually, let me tell you that this will be a positive work. We can write it as positive work, okay. So this will be a positive work, but negative work is also done by the force, because negative work is done in case of if theta is equal to 180 degree. If theta is equal to 90 degree, then work done will be equal to, this will be equal to FD cos 90 degree, and this will be equal to 0. So, and W will be equal to 0. Okay, so W will be equal to 0. W will be equal to 0. W will be equal to 0. Okay, so W will be equal to 0, and this W will be equal to 0. And suppose that if theta is equal to 0, if theta is equal to 180 degree, then W is equal to FD cos 180 degree, and this will be equal to, W will be equal to minus FD. W is equal to minus FD. Here you can see that, okay, actually this happens only in case of when the force and the displacement both are in opposite direction, and it happens only in case of frictional force. Okay, so this happens only in case of frictional force. Okay, so this is true for frictional force. Hence we can see that, work can also be a positive number, work can also be a zero number, matlab zero work, okay, zero work, and the work can also be negative also. Okay, so this is the negative, and hence here all of the above are correct, 1, 2 and 3. So D part will be the correct answer. Okay, so D part will be the correct answer, guys. Yes, so D part will be the correct answer. Please write down. So this is the correct answer. Now I think you have no doubt, because everything has been made clear to all the students, so that no one can have any kind of doubt. Okay, so guys, we all know that when a body moves on any surface, okay, suppose that a body moves on any surface, and suppose that this is the surface. Suppose that this is the surface. Okay, suppose that this is the surface, and this is the surface. Suppose that this is the surface, and suppose that this is the surface and this is the body. Suppose that this is the surface and this is the body. This is the body like this. Okay, and this is the body like this. Okay, so yes, so here you can see that, if someone applies the force on this body, or you can say that if this body is moving in this direction, then obviously the frictional force will act in this direction. Like this. Okay, so this will be the frictional force. So here we can say that this will be the frictional force. Okay, so this will be the frictional force, and this will be the direction of frictional force. Okay, so this will be the direction of frictional force like this. Okay, so this will be the direction of frictional force. Okay, so this will be the direction of frictional force. I hope so you all have clear everything. Okay, so this is the direction of frictional force, and obviously we can also observe that the direction of displacement will be like this. So direction of displacement will be like this. It means the direction is displacement is in the direction, and the frictional force is in this direction. So work done by frictional force is always negative. Work done by frictional force is always negative. Okay, so this is the correct answer. Now move to another question. Kilowatt hour is the unit of which quantity? Kilowatt hour. As I have already told you a few minutes ago, that kilowatt hour is the unit of electrical energy, or we can say that this is the unit of energy, because let me tell you, 1 kilowatt hour. Actually, when we talk about the 1 kilowatt hour, okay, so when we talk about the 1 kilowatt hour, 1 kilowatt hour. So 1 kilowatt hour, and this will be equal to, so this will be equal to, yes, so this will be equal to 1 kilo multiplied by 1 watt, 1 kilo into 1 watt into 1 hour. Into 1 hour. Okay, this is 1 kilo. It means 10 to the power 3 multiplied by 1 watt. It means joule per second. Joule per second. Multiplied by, this is hour. Hour means 3600 seconds. 3600 seconds. Okay, so this second is get cancelled by this seconds. It means 10 to the power 3 into 3600, and this will become equals to 3600 into 10 to the power 3, and this is only joule, or we can say that 336 multiplied by 10 to the power 5 joule. Here you can see that the remaining unit is joule only. So the remaining Shakti, it means actually it is talking about power. Okay, both A and B, where is B? Okay, so this is B. Actually, only B is the correct answer. Only B for Bombay is the correct answer because energy has the unit joule. Okay, so nothing yet. Note down this. Please note it down. Please note it down. Please note it down. Okay. So, next question. What is the relation between work and power? What is the relation between work and power? Actually, we all know that the rate of work done is known as rate of work done. This is known as rate of work done is known as power. Rate of work done is known as power. Okay. So power can be written as the work done upon time taken. Work done upon time taken. Work done upon time taken. Okay, so this is work done upon time taken, and work done, it means the unit of work done, which is here, which is can be find out by the joule. Okay, and suppose that if we find out work done, and this will be equal to the power into time. This is power into time. This is power into time. Okay, so this is power into time. Work is equal to power into time. Now work is equals to power into time. Okay, suppose that 1 horsepower, yes, this is the new question. 1 horsepower equals to 1 horsepower. Actually 1 horsepower, when it is when we talk about the 1 horsepower, actually 1 horsepower is equals to 746 watts. And suppose that if someone asks you how many joules per second, okay, how many joules per second, then obviously 746, sorry, 746 joules per second. So this will be the correct. Okay, and suppose that if I ask you that 1 horsepower, a motor having rating 1 horsepower, if operates till 1 hour, then how much work will be done by the motor? Okay, if one horsepower motor works, a motor having power, a motor having power 10 to the a motor having power, a motor having power 1 horsepower, 1 HP. Okay, works for 1 hour. 1 hour. Okay, calculate the work done. Calculate the work done. Calculate the work done. Okay, so calculate the work done. If work done will be equal to P into T, and 1 horsepower, okay, 1 horsepower into 1 horsepower into 1 hour. Okay, so this will be equal to 746 watt multiplied by 3600 seconds. Okay, so this will be equal to, 746 multiplied by 36, okay, and into 10 to the power 2 seconds, oh sorry, joules. Okay, so the correct answer will be multiplied by this. Okay, so itna joule answer aayega. So this will be the correct answer. Okay, if one horsepower, if a motor of 1 horsepower is continue work, okay, then the work done by this motor will be equal to, actually the motors are used in industry, as well as very small industries, as well as motors are used at our homes also. Okay, so such kind of motors, actually their rating is 1 horsepower, 1 HP or 2 HP. Okay, so actually 1 HP is a very a motor having 1 HP rating is used not for the domestic purpose, but it is used for the commercial purpose, because this motor has a very strong power. Okay, so that's why it happens. Okay, so that's why it happens. Now, so we will move to another question. For the maximum value of work, it will be the what will be the value of the angle? Actually, what will be the angle between the force and the displacement directions? As I have already told you, guys, that the angle between here you can see that the angle between for the maximum work. Okay, so here you can see that this is the positive work, as well as this is the maximum work. Okay, so this is the positive and this is the maximum work. Okay, so this is the positive as well as this is the maximum work. So maximum work is done only when the theta is equal to 0 degree. Okay, so only when the theta is equal to 0 degree. So here this option will be the correct answer. So here this option will be the correct answer. Actually, C part will be the correct answer. C part will be the correct answer. Okay, C part will be the correct answer. Now, if you match this list, actually you will get some questions. Okay, conservation of energy means that energy is created and destroyed. Actually, question number 20 says that conservation of energy means that energy is created and destroyed. Energy can be created, energy cannot be created but can be destroyed. Energy can neither be created nor can be destroyed. Actually, a law of energy conservation is the D option. The statement is energy cannot be created, energy cannot be destroyed, and energy can only be changed from one form to another form. Energy can only be changed from one form to another form. Okay, energy can only be changed from one form to another form. Okay, so this will be the correct answer. Now, what is the energy in a clock with a key? What is the energy in a clock with a key? Actually, in old time, it means few decades ago, the persons they were having a watch. Okay, they were having watch made of spring. Okay, Actually, inside that wristwatch, there were a kind of a spring, okay, and there was a key outside the watch, okay. That key has to rotate like this, and then that spring that spring used to get compressed, okay. So that spring actually get compressed, and after some time, when the watch rotates continuously and the watch works continuously 24 hour, then the springs energy get converted into the kinetic energy of this watch, okay. So what is the kinetic energy, bro? This is the potential energy actually, okay. So in these kind of watches, the spring watch like this. Actually, this is a circular spring, okay. So this is a circular spring. This is a made of this strip is made of a metal which has a very uh, good ductility, okay. And the key we used to fill the key we used to provide the energy from this side, okay. So this is like this, okay. We used to do like this, and this one end was connected to the upper side, okay. So in this way, after some time, when we keep on rotating like this, okay, so this would this becomes like this, okay. So this becomes like this, okay. So in this form, the energy is much higher than that of energy this type of spring, okay. And this is the reason that this kind of key were required at least one time of energy in 24 hour, okay. So which form of energy is converted into electrical energy and wind energy? Which form of energy is converted into electrical energy in wind energy? Actually, wind energy has the kinetic energy, because the air molecules keep on moving continuously, and they just hit the blades of the turbine, and then that blade actually just rotate, and that blades are connected to the turbine, alternator of the this wind turbine system, and that alternator converts into electrical energy. So the gas molecules, when air blows, it means the air molecules are continuously moving, and a moving body always consists of the kinetic energy, okay. So this is the correct answer. So guys, this is the session for today, and today now we will over this session, and tomorrow we will have the same session at 10 a.m. in the morning. And please stay tuned us, and subscribe this channel if you have not subscribed till now, and share this video among all your friends, because they can also get the benefit of this session, okay. If you have any doubt or any question, then you can just type your question or your query in the comment box. I will try to solve it out in your next video, okay. So thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.